Alright fellas, this has got to be the stupidest lawsuit I think I've ever seen. So some guy is suing Twitch for $25 million because apparently he can't avoid the
respected female streamers.
He's named like a bunch of streamers including Amaranth, ST Peach, Alinity, and Pokimane, and just these popular female streamers in general, and he wants all of them permanently banned off the website. And you might be asking, like, why can't he find any male streamers? Well, probably because he follows 786 female streamers and 0 male streamers, and then he argues that the site does not provide a filter by gender. So it's pretty much this extremely horny guy who keeps watching these female streamers over and over and over again, and he donates his life savings to them, and then he gets mad about it. Now there's an entire article about this which we're gonna check out in a bit. First we're gonna go through a couple of tweets, but this guy is actually pathetic. Like in his lawsuit, right? Like in his little write-up or whatever, he vividly describes so much stuff that nobody wants to hear about, like letting his juice out on the PC monitor, causing a short circuit and a fire, and then a blackout. He also describes his adventures with the fleshlight and how it bruised his PP, and then he talks about how his eyes are bloodshot because he spends hours and hours staring at female streamers'
body parts.
And yeah, it's just really disturbing, but yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Let's just start off with a tweet by Dexerto. A Twitch viewer is suing the platform for $25 million over suggestive content put out by several female streamers, including Pokimane, Alinity, ST Peach, and more. The plaintiff wants all the female streamers named in the complaint permanently banned and is seeking $25 million in damages. I mean, I don't know what damages he's talking about. Like, the only damages I can think of is probably jacking off too much and he rubbed his pee-pee too hard or some shit. Also, I love how he's like, you can donate the leftover money to charitable causes. That'll get everybody on my side because I'm so noble, man. I'm suing these goddamn Twitch girls. This man summed it up pretty well. So homie is suing Twitch because he's horny. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's jacked off quite a bit. His eyes are bloodshot from watching too many
female
streamers. That is genuinely the funniest thing I've ever heard, dude. Holy shit. Here we have Caseytron. I think she's another Twitch streamer or one of them e-girls. I didn't make the list. My career is over. I mean, if Estavilo hasn't jacked off to you at least 529 times, can you call yourself an e-girl? Then we just have this person saying, what? The plaintiff once ejaculated on his PC monitor, causing a short circuit and small fire within the electrical system of his gaming rig and causing his apartment to black out temporarily. Now, I'll just give you guys a couple of seconds to just process what you just saw. Are you good? How does that even happen, man? What kind of devil juice is coming out of your pee-pee, man? Like, that shit has got to be super sticky for it to, like, up an entire electrical system. Like, I'm pretty sure each time Estavilo ejaculates, like, the entire city has a blackout because his pee-pee just used, like, 20 million volts of power. Post-nut clarity hit him different. I mean, it's just facts, dude. I imagine Estavilo just woke up this after a long night of just jacking off repeatedly with his bloodshot eyes, his destroyed PC. He tried jacking off on his iPad as well. He probably broke that as well. Went to his iPhone, broke that as well. He's probably jacking off in like 240p on his Nokia phone or some shit. And he just woke up one day and he's like, dude, I'm gonna sue Twitch, man. Alright, before we get to like the fleshlight stuff, let's just read the article first because I'm genuinely still in disbelief as to how this is an actual real thing. Twitch sued for $25 million over suggestive streamers Alinity, Pokimane, and more. Based on court documents obtained by Dexerto, the plaintiff Eric Estavilo, who has previously sued Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and Blizzard. How many of these lawsuits has he won? Because if the lawsuits are anything like this one, I imagine none of them. Submitted the formal complaint to court on June 15, seeking a lawsuit, and Twitch itself was served with an official summons on June 19. So this isn't actually a thing, like Twitch has to show up on June 19. Oh my god. The plaintiff has been a Twitch Prime and Turbo subscriber for years now. Why am I not subscribed? Actually, yeah, subscribe, but yeah, why am I not surprised, dude? Holy shit. Whom also suffers from depression, depression, panic disorder, OCD, and all this other stuff. And because of these maladies, he heavily relies on the internet for all of his entertainment purposes, as many others do during this difficult time. So it says here that he's always on his computer, constantly using and watching Twitch. Mr. Estevilo suffers from sex addiction due to his OCD that makes him obsessed with sex and compulsions. Twitch is extremely
exacerbate
this condition by displaying many sexually suggestive women streamers through Twitch's twisted programming and netcode, making it nearly impossible for the plaintiff to use Twitch without being exposed to such sexually suggestive content. Okay, so what he's saying here is that it's impossible to scroll Twitch without encountering a
respected female streamer.
And when he encounters these
respected female streamer,
it's impossible due to his OCD not to click on it and watch for hours and hours and hours and then ejaculate on his monitor. His eyes are bloodshot. Like, it's just a very weird story. I do feel bad for him because he obviously has a serious problem and he should definitely get help. Like, I'm not mocking that at all. It's perfectly fine to seek help, but suing Twitch and trying to get all the female streamers banned, that just makes you look like an incel, man, not gonna lie. Also, I love how he said Twitch's twisted programming. That is incredible, dude. Twitch's twisted programming makes me watch booby streamers. So here we have a few pictures of Alinity in like black and white, which I think the guy like attached these pictures to his little write-up and shit. In addition, Twitch also takes advantage of the plaintiff and many other sexually addicted viewers by allowing them to subscribe, donate, or pay bits to these women streamers. I mean, I don't understand what you want them to do, like just not make money, like just not have a subscribe button or some shit. Like, that's just dumb. This stuff is like optional, right? So Twitch uses this immediate gratification reward system against these sexually addicted viewers, no different than how a casino would. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. The plaintiff had purchased a fleshlight previously which went largely unused until Twitch. Mr. Estevilo began using this device when he watches female Twitch streamers and often ends up chafing his PP every day with the device, making it extremely painful and constant, which ends up causing redness and mild infections at the tip, since the fleshlight is electrical and also vibrate. Bro, that's kind of like too much information, but he keeps going. We've got point number B saying, the plaintiff often stays up for hours and hours staring at the breasts of girl streamers, which ends up damaging his retina. And making his eyes bloodshot for days. Eye drops do nothing to hide the shame from his parents, and he's often questioned by people he comes into contact with as to why his eyes are so bloodshot and red, which leads to further embarrassment and isolation. Oh my god. Imagine having such a powerful juicer that you can cause a freaking blackout, dude. Alright, man, after hearing Escavilo's story, I think I'm gonna sue Twitch too, man. Like, $25 million? Hell yeah, man. If you guys want to give me $25 million, feel free to support me on Patreon. Don't become a member anymore, by the way. Like, don't hit the join button, because I just found out that YouTube takes 30%, which means that if you give me $10, I get 7 and YouTube gets 3, even though you're directly giving it to me. Freaking YouTube, man, so dumb. Anyways, if you want to support it, go Patreon. If not, completely fine. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!